Poor Don Lemon, he's having another meltdown as CNN's ratings decline to their lowest point ever. I kid you not. We're going to take a look at what one publication calls Don Lemon's hissy fit. We're going to see the latest with CNN's ratings freefall, and make sure to stick with me at the very end of this video when I'll reveal what Don Lemon is really freaking out about. You're not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you. Great to be with you as always. I am on the road, but I'm still your patron professor. How to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Gang, we are here. We have arrived for the premiere of our brand new movie, The Return of the American Patriot, The Rise of Pennsylvania. And as you know, the ultra-left woke mob, they've been trying their best to cancel us, and all they ended up doing is making us stronger and better. We first sold 100 tickets, then 400, then 600, then 800. Gang, we are now on the cusp of selling 1,200 tickets for this premiere. It's a go, and make sure to be a part of it. While it's sure to be sold out by the end of the day, you can be a permanent part of this pushing back against cancel culture by clicking on that link below and donating to our film fund. For any donations over $50 as a thank you, we'll have your name featured in the ending movie credits as a Turley Talks Productions founder. Any donations over $150, you're going to be invited to a live VIP video session so we can meet and greet before the live virtual premiere of the movie with me and with the producer and the director and the writer of the film. So this is going to be absolutely amazing. Make sure to click on that link below, check out the trailer, and contribute whatever you can, and let's celebrate as we cancel culture together. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. Don Lemon. Well, Don. What do you say? I mean, Don's not having a very good 21st century. I think the sum total of all the disappointments that he's had in the face of the rise of the ultra-MAGA populist revolt across the nation has finally caused him to snap. If you haven't heard, Don Lemon threw what Red State is calling a hissy fit over the Republican Party. Well, let's see it for ourselves.
We sit around and we talk about these things, and we want to give this false equivalence to Democrats and Republicans. That is not where we are right now.
Stop. What? Who on CNN is wanting to give this, quote, false equivalence to Democrats and Republicans? Lamont, Donnie, your own boss, your brand new boss, has admitted you do no such thing. Your new boss, David Zaslav, who will most likely be firing you at some point, he has admitted that CNN is what he called the leader of leftist news. So already you're falling all over yourself. Fine, keep going.
Republicans are doing something that is very dangerous to our society, and we have to acknowledge that. We have to acknowledge that as Americans. We must acknowledge that as journalists, because if we don't, we're not doing our jobs. We cannot sit here and pretend like, well, Republicans, cut them a break. We want to hear whatever. They have a lot to answer for in this moment. A lot to answer for what happened with the former president of the United States, why they allowed his antics to go on for so long, why he is not accountable, why they go along with it and don't say anything.
For a moment there, I thought he was talking about Hillary Clinton and the Democrats, but then I realized he was talking about somebody who actually won a presidential election. Sorry, keep going.
They've got to answer for that. Why they are, whether you agree with abortion rights or not, why they have taken back a right that was that was granted to American women for 50 years.
I mean, get it out, Don. Say it. You know what you're saying is complete BS. You know it's self-defeating. You yourself admit that this was a right that was granted. It was not a right that could even remotely be found in the Constitution. It couldn't be found in the historical context of the passing of the 14th Amendment. It was a right that was invented. And rights that are invented by judicial fiat can just as easily be taken away by that very same fiat. So
they have to answer for those questions. If they come here on CNN, they must answer for that. If they go on MSNBC, they must answer for that. If they go on ABC, they must answer for that. And they cannot expect to be coddled when they go onto a news organization or if they step in front of a crowd of supporters.
If they come here on CNN, who in their right mind would go on CNN right now? If they go on MSNBC, what rational human being would voluntarily go on a network dedicated to pushing the most vile and racist cultural Marxism imaginable? This guy is not in touch with reality. Right, of course, I don't know of a single Republican out there, outside of the most pathetic rhinos like Liz Cheney or Adam Kinzinger. I don't know of a single Republican who expects to be coddled the way CNN and the whole host of the legacy media coddles Democrats. I don't think there's a single Republican that expects a thrill to go up the legs of news anchors when Republicans speak, or for a single pundit to compare them to Jesus Christ. We don't need a soon-to-be unemployed half-wit anchor of CNN, an increasingly defunct cable news outlet, to tell us this.
Specifically, what they were talking about.
What's it with the brain freeze? I mean, they're literally running out of things to say.
What they were talking about that was interesting and notable. The suggestion that there's bleed over between the Oath Keepers, and they talked about, I think they brought up Idaho, the Pacific Northwest.
It's merging. They're merging. And let's not pretend. I think people, even the former president,
what's with the brain breaks? I mean, now Lemon is struggling to find something of substance to say, as if that were something new. Let's see what he manages.
People who are in charge of what the American press puts out, they want to believe that we are living in 1987, this sort of Reagan-esque Republican. That's not where we are right now.
Now, think about what he just said there. People who are in charge of what the American press puts out, the mainstream media, what the legacy media puts out, according to Don Lemon, the American press believes that we're living in 1987 in the midst of a Reagan-esque republicanism. As if they gave Reagan-esque Republicans such glowing coverage back then. Again, what rock has Don Lemon been living under? I mean, sorry, Lemon, I know. The establishment media hated Reagan. Sam Donaldson didn't miss an opportunity to disparage and degrade our president. When did the media ever fawn over Republicans? And as for new executives today, I challenge any of you to find a single positive piece, a single supportive story regarding the Republicans from any legacy media news outlet. I deal with news and politics every single day. And the discrepancy between the way the media fawns over the Democrats and pukes over Republicans is utterly preposterous. Obviously, Don was just grasping for a thought, and this is the best he could come up with, right? So what's going on here? Why is Don Lemon having yet another meltdown? Well, needless to say, the ratings for CNN are out for the second quarter, and they're just utterly abysmal. I mean, according to the New York Post, CNN's ratings have fallen to the equivalent of a local news outlet's ratings. CNN experienced one of their lowest ratings ever last month. When it comes to the coveted 25 to 54-year-old demographic, CNN was averaging, I kid you not, 57,000 viewers a day. It doesn't get much lower than that, okay? And so Don Lemon's new boss, who replaced Jeff Zucker. Zucker, of course, ran CNN into the ground with his ultra-leftist partisan agenda. Lemon's new boss is coming in and saying, look, we've got to go back to the glory days of CNN, right? The days of Bernie Shaw, the days of, Operation Desert Storm, when CNN was actually a reputable news organization and not a left-wing propaganda outfit. And of course, if that's what this new president of CNN wants to do, there's obviously no place for Don Lemon in such a situation. He's going to be shown the door. So I think Don is having a little bit of a meltdown here. He sees his liberal left-wing world collapsing all around him. And now he's even seeing his own job at risk. Like I said, not a very good 21st century for Don Lemon. Now, before you go, you'll definitely want to check out my latest video I just uploaded on Italy's government collapsing as the populist right are poised to take power. It's going to absolutely make your day. So make sure to click on that link and I will see you over there. God bless.